This is how we're able to find Instagram influencers that are able to achieve $14,000 a week with our Shopify stores and our Shopify brands with an $8,000 profit margin. Hey guys, welcome to the YouTube channel. My name is Camille, so I'm known as the ECOM King, and in today's video, I've got one of the most valuable videos I've dropped all year, because in this video, I'm gonna be showing you exactly how we're able to find Instagram influencers with a brand new strategy never known before or never used before from what I know from looking on YouTube. And I'm gonna be showing you a real life Shopify store and a brand that we have, my business partner Vedank uses. It's one of his brands, and I'm gonna be showing you exactly what we've done with this store to achieve $14,000 within 3 days with an $8,000 profit margin. Now, when I say I'm gonna show you one of the Shopify store brands, I'm actually gonna show you exactly how we found the product, exactly how we found the influencers, and I'm gonna be doing full transparency. I'm gonna be showing you the emails that we sent. I'm gonna be showing you everything, the website. I'm gonna be revealing the Shopify brand. I'm gonna be revealing absolutely everything so you guys can follow along and actually put this into one of your stores. Now, I know a lot of you guys think that Instagram influencers and influencer marketing is dead because you're not making any money, and that's because you're using an outdated, dead strategy. And in today's video, I'm gonna be giving you a brand new strategy never really shared before online. And it's gonna be completely free, so that's the reason why I want you guys to show some support on this video. And I've created a free Google Doc sheet obtaining all the information like the email templates, how we address them, everything's gonna be on there, guys, that we used in our store to achieve these results. Now, to obtain that free Google Doc sheet, we need to hit 5,000 likes on this video. 5,000 likes doesn't even replicate the kind of value that's in that free Google Doc sheet, but I've got some great news for those guys that are part of the ECOM King VIP membership. You guys get that free Google Doc sheet straight away, and it's actually been active in the private YouTube chat for the last week. So if you want that free Google Doc sheet straight away, and if you want the free Google Doc sheets that I make on my YouTube channel ahead of everybody else, you need to be part of the VIP group. Now, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn post notifications on, because I know a lot of you guys that watch my videos are not even subscribed to the channel, and you're missing out on live streams and insane value and just private chats that we do on the channel. So guys, I'm going to start off by showing you some quick results of this case study, which is achieving $14,000 within 3 days of using Instagram influencer marketing and achieving $8,000. So quickly on the screen, you'll see two different stores side by side. And you're probably thinking, why is there two different stores? Now, if you look at the brand name quickly, it's called Maya Brush. Now, this brand store that we've got is selling in the French market and in the Netherlands market. So there has to be two different stores for those two different languages. So that's why there's two different stores. Now, as you guys can see, the screens are refreshing and everything's staying the same. So the first thing that we need to move on to is the product research, and this is very, very important that you guys pay attention to this product research because it's completely different to what you may know. Now, with this product research method, we use stuff like Peakster and other ad spy tools. Now, Peakster is just basically where they go out there and look at ads at the moment that are doing really, really well, and they show you them. So as you guys can see here, it's showing me these ads from 1 day ago that are doing really, really well on the Facebook platform. Now, the reason why you want to go onto tools like this is because you're looking for viral ads on Facebook, but you're looking for viral ads in a few different industries: the beauty industry, the fitness industry, and all the other top performing industries for the influencer marketing on Instagram. And I'll actually leave all the niches in the free Google Doc sheet so you guys can quickly have a look at them. But what you want to do is you want to scroll through here and you want to look for a Facebook video ad that has got some really good views, like 1 million views. It's got lots of likes, it's got lots of shares, and basically you're looking for what we call a viral video, the actual exact product that we used for this store. And this is a 2-in-1 hair dryer and a hairbrush straightener, so it dries your hair and it straightens your hair for women and all the people that have got long hair. And you can see the product here. Now, I'm sure a lot of you guys already know what this product does, or you've seen it before. Now, the reason why we decided to do influencer marketing for this, and it's very important that you guys understand this because this is the main key to success, is that a lot of products that you may see on Facebook ads are not profitable enough to actually be on Facebook. So you guys can see here, it's going to cost us $16 to buy the product, and then the most we could potentially sell this for is around about $39.99, maybe $40, but there's only so much you can go with the pricing of this product because it's just a hairbrush with straightening and hair drying functionality in it. So there's some products where you just know Facebook's not going to be good because the profits are going to die because the ad spend is going to cost too much. People see that, they straight away think, oh well, the product's dead, it's not going to work. But you need to look at other markets you can sell in to actually make it more profitable. And when we saw this product, we knew it was going to be an absolute killer with the influencer marketing because it's a beauty product product, and it's one of those really cool beauty products that influencers love talking about. Now, we also did a few little things to just make sure that this product is a hot product on the influencer marketing platform. Now, we use a tool called Infospy. Now, what this tool lets you do is so many cool things. Now, the first one is the most important thing. Now, it's the influencer all tab. Now, you will need the premium version to do this. Now, we don't have any premium version anymore because we canceled it once we found them, just to save a little bit of cash flow. Now, as you guys can see, when you go under the influencer all, it will give you loads of different influencers. Now, the key to this strategy is to actually change it to country. So you can see here country, and it's got the lock symbol. Basically, when you have the premium version, it will show you all the different countries that you can have. Now, we restricted this to the two markets, the Netherlands market and the French market. Now, the reason why we did the Netherlands market and the French market is because when we went through the different countries for influencers on this platform, we found that the most underrated and unsaturated influencers at the moment on Instagram are from those two countries, the French and the Netherlands market. So we decided to think, well, look, if they're unsaturated, then that's a market that we can really capitalize on with that product. So the key with this tool, guys, is to find influencers in countries where they're not tapped, but they are in what we call the top countries where they've got good spending power and they have good expenditure to spend money on products. So it's very important. You don't want to be finding influencers in markets like India where the actual spending power is not as high, because you're just not going to get conversion. So the France and the Netherlands market is in those countries where they've got good spending power and they make enough money in those countries to be able to spend them on products like beauty products. So that's something that you really need to look at. Now, something else that this tool does, which is really cool, is it shows you winning products in the influencer marketing niche. You click products here and it'll actually show you some really good products at the moment that are being done on the Instagram platform. And again, you will need the premium version for this. Also, with this tool, you're going to get something called shops as well, and basically this will help you find shops that are selling on Instagram with the certain products that they're selling with, which is really cool. But the key to this tool, guys, is to go to the influencer tab and look at the different countries and try and find unsaturated influencers in countries where they are top performing countries, but they are not being used often. So once we found out all that information, we decided to go all in with the product. Now, when I say we decided to go all in with the product, when you're working with Instagram influencers, especially the big ones and the more reliable ones, you have to have a private label product more often than not to actually work with really good influencers. Now, if you're working with influencers and they don't require private labeling, then they tend to not be the best influencers. So that's why the dropshipping model right now has a higher barrier to entry, because if you want to do really well with influencer marketing, you need to private label your products. So this is the product right here, and we private labeled it. Now, I've made a whole separate video on private labeling, so I'll leave that in the description. I'll leave it linked here so you can watch it at the end of the video. So we private labeled the product, and basically we negotiated with the supplier on 20 units, because obviously when you private label a product, it's going to get expensive. You're going to have to order a lot of quantities, then the private labeling. So we worked on 20 products to start with, which didn't cost us too much compared to ordering 200, because normally between 100 and 200, sometimes you can do 50. But when we negotiated, we were able to get down to 20 products private labeled. Then that gave us the leverage to work with some really big influencers. Now, what I'm also going to do with you guys, I'm going to quickly play a video of this exact product that we've got, but with our private labeled, and the guy in the video is Vedank showcasing our private label product.
Hi bro, so basically this is the product, okay? So as you can see, right away it came with a box, and the good thing is that we also branded the product. So here you have the MB for my brush, okay? So we branded the product, and of course all the documentation inside. So here you had a small card, with the ambassador program. So actually, if you want to get one free your brush, you should just actually post a video, before and after video. So we had a lot of user generated content. So this was the first thing here, and of course the notice was also kind of branded. So that's about the product. It was pretty fresh, and as I was dropshipping in the Dutch market, so all the packaging was actually in Dutch. So here I have a small sentence about the brand and the vision of the brand. So that's pretty much it.
So you guys just saw the private label product video of our product, the Maya brush. Now, as you guys can see quickly, I'm going to show you the website so you guys understand exactly how we created the website and the reasons why it's got such a good conversion rate. Now, as you guys can see in the top bar, we've got this typewriter talking about the offer that we've got on. And the key with our website at the moment is it's very engaging, it's very enticing. There's lots of animations, really slick animations that draw you to certain important topics of the website. So the first one is the shipping bar. Then we've got the Valentine's sale on. Then we've got the simple branding Maya brush, home, hairbrush, our satisfied customers, track your order, FAQ, contact, very simple. We've gone for the color scheme that matches our product. And then it says the #1 smart blow dryer in Europe. Again, we are focusing just on the European market. So instead of saying worldwide, we've gone for a specific audience, which is very, very important. And then it says shop now. Our customers love us, next to shop now to build up trust. And then in the bottom right hand corner here, we've got the product behind it with a nice little color pattern, which looks really nice and professional. Then we've got the actual order now, and it actually shows the private label product here. And you can actually use a website to make these mock-ups, and we use a mock-up website, and I'll leave it in the description to make that. Although our branding actually looks like that, we decided to use a mock-up because it looks more cleaner. But you can see as well when you scroll across, there's different products here, and these are just ones off AliExpress. And then it says My Brush Pro, the #1 2021 hairbrush, $49.99, discounted at $99.99. And then you can see the different points why you want to buy the product. And then it's got the animated buy now. And when you hover over it, actually has the arrow that points to the next page. And then we've got some more little animations that really engage there with the customer. And then we go over the main selling points, and then we've got more animations again, and then we've got even more animations saying not satisfied, money back guarantee. And this is the biggest converter. When you tell people that they can get their money back if there's an issue and there's a refund policy, that's going to help the conversions out. Then we've got our testimonials with more animations, and for those that are asking how are we doing these animations, we are using a product page builder. And if you want to see an actual video on how we create websites like that, let me know in the comment section below and I'll make a video. Now, when we scroll down, you can see this is just the footer page going over all the policies and all the quick site links. And in the bottom right, we've got this Tido live chat, which I cover in my free dropshipping course. And you can see here, it's just to let customers get discounts and chat with a VA that we have. Now, let me show you the product page real quickly, because this is very important, because we send the traffic to the product page. And you can see this is the product page right here. Very simple with the shop now animation. Then they've got this offer, and then they've got the customer satisfaction next to some nice little product images. And then they've got some more detail, and they've got the slides. So they've got the before and after, and these work really, really well for conversion rates. These are amazing. These before and after sliders, they just make your whole website looks so professional. And then here we've got the different things in terms of what it does. It volumizes your hair, it sleeks it, it curls it. So we've got a little drop down menu for each different section of what this product can do for the consumer, which is important. And then we go over some more nice little imagery talking about the results, the numbers, giving people numbers like this, factual numbers, really helps with people wanting to buy it. And then that is pretty much the product page done. So now moving on, we found the product, we're confident on it, we got it private labeled. Now we know the market that we're going to sell in. We then went to Fiverr and we hire people on Fiverr, and this is an example of somebody that we use to basically go out there and find us influencers in the market. So when you order a gig on here, you can tell them the countries that you want them to use in terms of find influencers, and they go out there and they find a bunch of influencers for you, and they do all the hard work for you, like the engagement rate checks. They do pretty much the baseline work for you to save you lots of time, because I find this part of the process so boring and so tedious. So then what we do is we hire like 5 to 10 different gig freelancers on Fiverr to go out there and find us loads of different influencers in a Excel sheet, because at the end of the day, influencers is all about numbers, and the more influencers you have to outreach to, the more chance you've got of finding gold. The same way, the more land you have, the more chance you have of finding gold. So that's basically the same principle with this. And obviously we don't want to spend all that time doing it ourselves, so that's why we hire people to do it for us. List that the freelancers send us. Now they do have their own email templates, but we prefer using our own because we know they work really, really well. Now let me explain exactly what these email templates say, how they work, and what we look for within the influencers. Something else that I want to say is when we reach out to influencers through email or DM, we don't do it ourselves. We actually hire VAs on Upwork, and I actually have a video on my free course talking about VAs on Upwork, and we hire them and we get them to send out loads of different emails for us, because you got to think, if you've got 500 to 1,000 different emails, it's going to be hard to do that on your own. alone with one email box. So that's why we hire VAs to do it for us, because it saves us a lot of time. And then the VAs will forward us the ones that actually reply with some actual decent replies. So we actually teach them what to look for when they reply, so they can forward us the good ones, so we don't waste a lot of time. And then that way you save a lot of time, because you got to learn with influencer marketing, there's a lot of time that's being used, and you want to try and save as much time as possible by training your VAs what to look for, so then they can forward you the good things. So the same when you go to a business. If somebody comes walking through and they say that their dog's bollocks, but they're not, then you can get your assistants to check that, and before they send you to the boardroom, you know if they are what they say they are. So that's why it's important to hire people and train them on what to look for, so you don't waste so much time. So let me go over the rules with you, because this is very, very important. Now, the rule is always personalize the email according to the person you're talking to. Talk to them as they are a real name. They're humans like you and I. Complete your sheet with your story views, links for Ninja Analytics. Add the price if possible. Medikits aren't a valuable info. So medikits are just not a viable info. And the Ninja metrics that we're looking for is this website right here. So this one's called Not Just Analytics. And what this does is this actually tells you the information on the influencer. So for example, I've put myself in here, and it tells you if your engagement rate is higher than average, and mine is, and it gives you a load of different summaries. It also tells you how many followers, how many posts, the average video views, the average comments, the average likes, and then it gives you all the checks, and then it shows you how the influencer has grown over time. And you can see my followers have grown nice and steady over time, which means they haven't been bought, they've organically grown. Because then when it comes to negotiating price, you can negotiate the price, because if their analytics ain't as good as some other ones, we can say that your analytics here and here are not as good, because a lot of influencers will tell you what you want to hear to basically get you to pay for a lot of money. But if you know what to look for, then it's hard for them to tell you what you want to hear, because they know that you know what you're doing, so they can work out a fair price. And we'll get onto that in a bit. But what we want to go for is, what we need to do is what we're looking for is story views. So when you are approaching these influencers, you want to ask them for their story views yesterday. So the story views yesterday will come up like this. It's like a little eye icon on their story views, and it will show you the amount of story views that they're getting. So this one's getting 17.6 thousand, and then you want to look at the actual age as well. So it shows you the age range, and then you want to look for the actual gender. Now, the gender is the biggest problem with influencers. We're working with female influencers, and an issue that female influencers have is they have more men than women following them. But as you can see here, we have more women than men following them, which is a good thing. So you always want to look for those specific metrics. Now, moving on to the next bit, and this bit is very important. A lot of you guys do get finessed by these, which is the medikits which influencers will send you. So influencers know that you're looking for their analytics, so they'll send you their own medikit analytics showing you everything, but you don't want to see that, because that only shows you a small picture of the bigger picture. So you want to make sure that you're asking them for the story views and they are screenshotting it, and you want to make sure that you ask them for proof. Now, with proof, you want to ask them for a video recording, because at the end of the day, they can manipulate their story views by photoshopping them. And trust me, you're probably thinking that's crazy, but when we've reached out to influencers, we've seen influencers photoshop their male and gender ratio, because women know in the influencer game that their male following is a lot bigger than their female following, so they know that's a big no-no, so that's why they photoshop it. So you want to make sure that you ask for a video so you can see it refreshing, so you know it's completely real. So this is the exact email that we sent out for the first round of sending emails out, and you can see here the first contact, and the subject line is paid partnership Maya Brush. For the attention of, hello, let me introduce myself. I'm Emma, in charge of marketing for the Maya Brush brand. I take the liberty to contacting you today because your profile has caught our attention. Indeed, we believe the corresponds totally and the values principles we stand for. We offer for sale a 3-in-1 ergonomic hairbrush. The goal is to propose hair accessories studied and engineered to save time to our lovely customers with a stylish solution and deliver controlled quality product at a lower cost. Our best seller is the Maya brush. It's an essential for an intense look for a sophisticated hairstyle. It combines the benefits of hairdryer, straightener and a curler in a single innovative device. We wanted to create a product which improves our customers' lives. That's why we adopted the 3-in-1 approach with Maya brush. You can discover all your products on our website. Aware of the value you bring to your community, and this ties in that you will build, convince the partnership which will be beneficial for you as well for us. Of course, the partnership is basically description. So in that first email, you guys can see how we talk about having tested loads of different products before and finding the one that's really changed lives. And we talk about the innovative technology within this hairbrush that makes it so attractive to their audience, because a lot of these influencers are going to be getting sent loads of similar products in the past, so they want to come across something that's very unique to their audience where they feel like they've got an advantage. Because if there's beauty industry influencers and they're all promoting similar products, then that looks bad. But if there's one influencer that's promoting really unique products, that's what's going to capture the actual attention of more followers for themselves, and that's what's going to get them a real good strong brand, because they know that they're promoting products that are not just your everyday influencer products. You see influencers all the time promoting protein shakes. That's boring. So you want to see something new, and that's why we captivate on the technology of this new product. So this is the second email, and this is asking for story stats and the pricing list. So this says, hi, thank you very much for your reactivity and your answer. We are very interested in working with you. We are interested in working with your Instagram story format. Generally, we work on 5 stories, swipe up basis as a part of promotion. Objective is really to develop a bond of trust with the influencer we work for, and we work over the long term. Concerning our brand, we are Belgian and brand established on the market for 1 year now. We want to work with famous influencers in the Netherlands who share the same values as us. Our hair product line aims to simplify the hairstyling for every woman who wants to be on fleek. We are currently working to accelerate our Netherlands development with influencers. We serve more than 2,000 delighted customers since the lockdown. We are currently looking to expand in the Netherlands in order to develop our brand internationally. So as you guys can see there in the email, we are talking about growing our brand nationally with the influencers that we're working with. Now, when you reach out to a influencer and you're both from the same country and you want to grow your business together and you're nationalists, that's great, because you feel like you want to help each other out because you are local people. So that's why it's so important to talk about that. And it's also good to talk about how you've had really happy customers in the past, and you want to be talking about how long you've been around for, and you really want to be specific on where the brands really come from, because this is what people buy into. Now, this is very important. If they do not send their story stats, then add this. In order to be able to validate your price list, our sales team needs to view the recent stories that you have made, which will allow our sales team to make a sales projection, an essential element in our company to validate a collaboration. You can provide us with a screenshot of the story views we've agreed for the story as shown in the attached demographics of your audience, localization, gender, male-female ratio, and age, your price list for 5 stories, and a swipe up. So within that, the key really is to let them know that you know exactly how this game works, because a lot of influencers think they can take the mic, they think that they can outsmart you. So by sending an email like that, straight away they know exactly what you do. They know that you are a professional. They know that they can't cut corners and try and pull your bluff. Then it says, thank you in advance. Please take care to send us the story views, not the reach, not the prints or the covers. Moreover, do you also offer promotions on Snapchat? If so, please send us your story views as well. Thank you for understanding. Waiting for your answer. Best regards, Emma. So there you're basically killing 2 birds with 1 stone, because if they have other social media platforms that they're better on and they get better engagement on, but they don't even know that yet, then those might be more worthy in terms of using them as marketing platforms. So this is the second email V2, asking the story stats and reconsidering the price only if they already sent the price and we feel like it's too expensive. So basically, if they reply back and it's too expensive and you feel like it's too expensive, this is a great way to negotiate. So here it says, hello, thank you very much for the reactivity and your answer. We are very interested in working with you. We are interested in working with you in the Instagram story format. Generally, we work on 5 story swipe up basis as part of the promotion. Our objective is to really develop our bond and the trust influencers we work for over the long term. We'd like to plan a first promotion to elevate it in our brand suits. Your audience followed 2 other dates in the near future. In regard to considering the long-term opportunity, we're proposing you could please reconsider your offer. So straight away there, you're establishing that you want to work on a long-term basis and you want them to reconsider their offer without offending them. And then it says, concerning our brand, we are a Belgian brand established on the market for 1 year now. We want to work with famous influencers in the Netherlands, and we basically go over that again. And then it says we have served more than 2,000 customers. Then there's this section here. So if they do not send their story stats, then you can basically send them this email as well. I'm not going to read it again because this one's just an alternative if they don't get back to you. So this is a very important question that big influencers that you work with that have managers and manage their brand deals, they may ask this because they have caught on to it a lot more over the years, which is, are you a drop shipping brand? Because you will get it more often than not, and this is how you reply to it. In a short-term answer, we are a Belgian warehouse due to COVID-19. However, our customers like our trust that we built short shipping times and reliable tracking, which is extremely genuine even during quarantine. Our customer support is made up of Belgian employees to respond to our customers' questions. Concerning our brand, we are a Belgian brand established on the market for 1 year, so and so and so and so, and then it just goes over that again. So you reiterate that again, and you basically destroy their concerns because you're saying that our customer VAs are basically, our customer service is all in-house. So with replying to a question like that, you're saying that yes, due to COVID-19, we have had to start drop shipping, but we are a Belgian brand with Belgian customer support staff, so that you know that you're getting first quality service, and you're also saying that you are getting fast shipping times as well. And fast shipping times is basically 10 days or less. Now, something that you do want to make sure you're doing is do not ever lie to them. If you haven't got Belgian customer support, don't say it. Only say if you genuinely have got it, because it's not fair to lie to people. You want transparency on both sides, so always have that transparency on both sides if you want this to actually work. So guys, those were the main templates. Now there are a few other templates in there for other things that potentially might come up. So when we get the free Google Doc sheet, you can either hit 5,000 likes in this video and get it, or you can join the VIP membership group and get it straight away. You can access them there and rechange them to what fits your brand the best. Now moving on from that, when you send those out, you should be negotiating on price, and you should really try and negotiate. We've had them where they've offered us $500, but we've got it down to $100. So you got to really negotiate, but without offending them, and that's the key, without offending them and being rude. Now I'm also going to put on the screen some invoices that we got from the influencers that we work with, just to show you how much we actually spent on the influencers, and then obviously you can work out that we made the $8,000 in profit based on how much we paid for influencers. Now the key with this strategy is to work with one or a few different big influencers on a long-term promotion. Now long-term promotions with influencers, especially if they're working with your brand and they haven't really worked with other brands before, that's what's going to build you really long-term customer bases, because when an influencer works with a brand long-term, you're going to make a lot of money with them, because they feel that their audience can trust you because they're always being promoted with the same company instead of getting promoted by 6 different companies. So the key is to build a long-term relationship and get the influencer to post about you once a week, twice every 2 weeks, or maybe once every 2 weeks, but have at least some consistency with your brand. And of course, when you work in the long term and you're both making some really good money, then you can negotiate on changing the prices. You can negotiate on certain rewards if they hit certain targets. Now we call that the ambassador program, and when you watch the video of our private label product, it will show Vedant was talking about how we have an ambassador program. So ambassador programs are very, very powerful, especially when it comes to rewarding your influencers. So I actually have made a video about ambassador programs, and I'll leave it in the description and in the cards so you can learn about how to do that. But yeah, when you're working with these influencers long term, you really want to keep that relationship going by working on negotiating prices, working on rewarding your influencers, because it's about keeping them happy for long-term reasons. Now I know I'm going to get this question, which is, okay, you started with 20 units with the store, what about when you sold them? And that's something that happened. We actually started with 20 private labeled units and we sold out straight away. So what we had to do is we had to then drop ship the product again. So we went from private label back to just normal drop shipping for another customer range. So we fulfilled, I think, 50 orders by just non-private label, and we did make it clear in the purchasing receipt and in the terms and conditions that if we sell out stock in a certain amount of time, you may receive a product without our branding on it, and we actually do make that very clear on the website. So do bear that in mind. If you are doing private labeling, which I recommend you do with this, and you start with 20 units, if you sell out and then you need to replenish the stock but it takes too long, then you might want to drop ship some customers the product and let them know that it will be without branding, but the product is the exact same. And if they are really offended by it or they're not happy with it, then you can offer them a discount, or you can just refund the customer. So what I'm going to do quickly is I'm going to quickly conclude this strategy, because I know a lot of you guys have watched this now and probably thinking I'm still a little bit confused about how it works. So you're trying to find a product number one that is trending on Facebook ad spy tools that have gone viral on Facebook, but then you're trying to find products that are in the the Instagram influencer niche, like beauty products, fitness products, and you're trying to find products where they haven't really been tested before in certain countries in the influencer marketing. So countries that just haven't really been used much before. Once you find that, then you want to find a private label, and you want to get 20 units or 10 units or maybe 30 units. And then you want to build a website that looks like ours, because of how branded it looks like. And then you want to reach out to Fiverr and get loads of different people on Fiverr to find influencers with the demographics that you're looking for, the countries, the age ranges, the followers. And then you want to hire VAs off Upwork to then email them with the scripts that you've given them, and then pass you the ones that are good and not good, and then reply to them yourself, and then go from there. And that's pretty much how the strategy works. And the reason why the strategy works so well is, number one, you're using countries that just people don't tend to think about because they think focus on the main countries. Number two, you're focusing on products that don't get used with influencer marketing. They only get used on Facebook ads. And number three, you're actually building a real brand, and you're actually trying to get people to buy from a real brand instead of a dropshipping kind of scammy looking website. So that's why this strategy works so well. So guys, let me know what you thought of today's video. I hope it's been beneficial. I hope you've learned something, and yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video.